Hello, my name is Jose. Today is December 11th, 2025. It is 1:53 in recording this in Chicago, Illinois. I'm here with my older brother whose name is also Jose. How's your day going?
It's going, it's a Thursday.
So, if you could go back and tell yourself anything, what would you tell yourself?
That it'll be fine. You know, everything turned out fine. Well, not just fine, turned out great, I'd say. So, not to worry too much about the future.
And then if your past self saw you today, do you think you would be happy?
Oh, absolutely. I think my past self would be impressed with what I've done so far. I feel like not just like academically, but also just in personal life. Like the new hobbies I picked up. Um, I don't know, just graduating college, everything, all those things.
And you're married, right?
Yeah, I'm married.
How
I'm a
long
wife.
how long you been married for?
Uh, about a year and some change.
Is it fun
Yeah.
getting to spend all your time with your best friend?
Oh yeah. You know, we're always having fun. We live three kitties at home.
If this were to be our last conversation, what would you want to tell me?
But I love you, and that you're one of my biggest inspirations.
I love you more.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. And then if you could, what was your biggest challenge in life?
Um, I'd say kind of like finding confidence to go about like life. I think that um, there was a lot of things that I could have done that I didn't do because I like doubted myself. But I was like, oh, I don't uh, like, like I'll for example like some application to some uh, internship or whatever. I could be like, oh, I'll do it, but I'm gonna half-ass it because, I know I'm not gonna get it. But like I just want to appease like my parents because they're telling me to apply. Things like that. I feel like I could have done better. Um, I could have had more confidence when applying to those things or just doing things in general that would have led to greater opportunities.
And then, what's your favorite memory that you have of me?
Um, Favorite memory. This is very, very old, and you definitely don't remember. But this was when we were back in Honduras. It was like I don't remember. It was like a weekday in the afternoon, and you were in like your little
Crib?
like cradle thing, whatever crib. Um, and it was like when you were barely learning how to stand, and we had this one toy. I think it was like I don't know the name in English, but it was Piolín. It's like it's like a yellow bird. It's like one of the old cartoons.
Oh,
Yeah, and it had like a little bell inside, and every time we hit it, you would like die of laughter. And I think you like passed out after. Like you went to sleep after laughing so much the whole afternoon because I was playing with you. And I mean, I don't even remember how long ago that was, but I was like, you were like a molecule. You were very tiny.
so about like 15 years and some change ago.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Dang, it's been a while.
You're old.
You see him too?
And then how did you know that Addie, your wife, was the one?
Um, Sounds cliche, but I don't know. You just know.
You just
You
know.
know, she's my best friend. Um, I think that we we help each other when we're down. We help each other grow. Um, we we communicate. Obviously, it's not perfect. We have our days where we're just not on the same wavelength, but we communicate and we understand each other. We know, it's gotten to the point where now we're like when we know what stresses her, what stresses each other, what what could put him in a bad mood, and how, especially how to get him out of that, how to get each other out of those, out of that like weird feeling of being out of sync, and just sticking through it. I feel like she wanted to fight for a relationship, and so did I, and we've kind of we've been doing that ever since, from the beginning, and it's worked out, and I hope it continues to work out. I want to be with her for the rest of my life, so, and more.
What are your goals in life?
My goals in life? Obviously, I have the goal of trying to become a physician, a doctor. But other than that, I feel like just being happy. Not that I'm not happy right now, but, kind of be content. Obviously not complacent either, but, just find a sweet spot where, kind of continuing what I'm doing now, but just, progressing in life as well, not just staying stationary, I guess.
And what's your favorite hobby you've picked up over the years?
I think favorite hobby, well, I think it would have to be the most recent one where I've kind of gotten into music production.
Mm-hmm.
I started learning the piano again after years of playing the piano, and then stopping, then playing the guitar, and stopping, then playing the trumpet, and then stopping, and then the ukulele, which I still have, and then stopping, and now I've spent quite an amount of money for this hobby, and I really enjoy it. So now I learned how to play Jingle Bells intermediate level today. So that's my current, and probably will be for a while, favorite hobby. Hopefully one day, make some music.
If you make big bucks off of music, just remember I was there telling you could do it. I'm just going to ask you for a Big Mac and a side of fries.
A Big Mac? Don't worry, I'll get you the large fry with the large Dr. Pepper.
Then what's your favorite memory of our little sister, Alice?
Little sister, I think this was also when she was very young. This was at the time when you had come to the U.S. and it was just her and I back in Honduras, and she was an even smaller molecule. And I remember that she would fall asleep belly down, and you would pat her back, and that would literally help her fall asleep. So it was you would bounce her like a basketball, and then she would fall asleep, and then I would have to do that basically every night for her to fall asleep. And I know she probably also don't remember that, but yeah.
Well, I appreciate your time. Thanks. I love you.
Anytime. I love you more.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, I win.